Hey collectors, today we have a new review for you, and this is Ultraman Belial. I hope I said that, or Belial. I'm not really much of an Ultraman fan, but I saw this figure and I was just like, oh my god, he looks so cool. So let's have a look at the actual figure. So we see that we've got Belial, again, we've got the Ultraman figure here, we've got him in the window display, and I always kind of like smile because you kind of think that this is like an old statement where it says like, you know, it's a brand new one. So SH Figuarts is now is a new standard figure series that incorporates the Tamashii Nation's action figure art under the theme pursuing the character expression throughout humanoid action. You kind of think you'd stop that because we've known this for years, but let's have a look. So you got literally part of him there. On the back you have the different kind of poses all about. And then obviously you've got like that would look amazing there, but the hand here looks like kind of out of focus, which I don't like. The top is fine, and the bottom just has him just there. So let's open up this bad boy and have a look inside. And here he is. I've got to admit, he looks stunning. I've got to admit, I love the color scheme. It's the first time my camera's had problems focusing on him because of this line here that goes down his head. Like here is fine, but no, not that way. So if it's out of focus, I apologize. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that his mouth moved like so. That's a nice little feature. So I love the eyes on this figure. It reminds me of something like from Metal Gear Solid as well. From the side, the jaw. It looks also like if you bought a few of these, you could probably customize it into a black dragon figure. Like that. Oh, just the way that the red, or is it orange or red? But this dark red, I'm going to call it red, like the red colour mixing in with the grey is fine. I love this here. His chest symbol, just the way that all this up here works really, really well. I just think it's actually amazing. I think the one thing that draws me in is literally the head. You know, it's the mouth that you can bring down. It's got even little teeth. That's awesome. But the eyes are the one thing that really kind of like sell this for me. Now looking at the claws, this is again another key selling point because I've never had any figures that actually have claws like this, and they're quite sharp too, so just be careful. We've got the joints, which the arm joints I'm fine with. We've got more kind of torso down here with kind of grey, dark grey. It looks like he's just wearing pants, and I hate to say it, but it reminds me of that scene in Friends where Ross tries leather pants on. I don't know why, but again, the claws are the ones that really kind of bring it to life. You've then got the kind of red here that kind of works in. You've got little stripes here, and then obviously you've got like kneecaps. Or his knees, which look kind of, they don't stand out, but they kind of add to this figure. So rather than just like a standard like normal plastic. When we come down to his feet here, we see that there are red lines that go down there and like there, and it looks cool. It really kind of sets in. I really kind of wish this guy was in Power Rangers or Super Sentai, because I think he would absolutely go ballistic on them. If you know what the character is like, let me know down below in the comments. On the back of the legs, it's kind of a very smooth plastic, and then also you've got the little red lines that goes up. You got the joints, which I'm not a fan of, as you know. I actually do wonder if anyone actually knows this. I know I say it in any video, but again, I might on the next few just leave them out and see if anyone kind of like comments. That'd be really funny. So on the back of the legs, it's kind of curved to kind of like obviously do the legs. You also see more of the claws from like behind, like just even them, they look really menacing. Like you also like, yeah, something in Power Rangers or a Licker from Resident Evil 2. This is where your attention is kind of more drawn. Like even though you've got it on the front, but literally on the back, I think this would have been cooler on the front. But I really love the pattern design. I really love his spine. It's not just like, say, on there. It's like it is curved. It just looks cool. Even like this little kind of tail thing. It looks like a badass. I think he looks absolutely awesome. Then you've got like the hands, the arms. This figure is really, really cool. It definitely stands out in my eyes. One thing I will also say is here it feels really plasticky, like there's no texture. Now on some Figuarts I've seen, there are kind of a bit of texture, but it's kind of a bit meh. There is a line that seals the toy up here, but that's literally, you can't really see it that much. But I know obviously that is part of the design or part of the actual toy, so it's fine. Coming to the top of the head, you've got kind of a blade here that goes all the way down. I generally thought that would have hit each other, which wouldn't have been good, but it's a nice one. I really like this here as well. A manta ray from a DC. That's what also it's reminding me of. Damn, I don't know why. But here you've got like lines going down, like it's actually coming out. It's absolutely cool. Even on the neck, you have like going into the helmet. I really actually want to know more about this character. It's actually intrigued me. I just love the detail that they've put in. It's smooth, but yeah, again, there's a lot that draws your attention to it. Just the whole figure in general. Here we go. Here is the actual stress test of the figure. So I've got it. I really like that. It's very smooth. Considering the last figures we've had, it's very, very smooth. Toes move up and down so you can pose it. The knee, oh, it clicks. So knee joints are fine on that one. Legs move around, so it's obviously the same sort of joints we've got on all the Figuarts. Like so. It's a bit kind of clunky, like if you hear it, so it's a little bit clunky in my eyes. So let me just hear it so you can see it on the mic. So yeah, it's a little bit kind of clunky. Arms move around, just like so. Hands turn around. Like that. Bend. Just like so. Arm bends. Like that. Just put them upside down so we can see the arm move around. And then obviously the head moves up and down. Can you turn it around? So it's a whole neck joint that you can do. So it looks like you can't move the head all the way around. But to be fair, I'm absolutely fine with that. I don't particularly want to turn it all the way around. And of course, hello, how you doing? So yeah, the stress test is not too bad. This is his kind of weapon. It says in the instructions that you can just pull these off, which I don't know what this is. If you know what it is, let me know down below in the comments. So, oh, you can, oh yeah, you can, oh, you can take both of them off and you can put them onto here if you want to. So obviously you can make it bigger. So just like that. I really like the detail on this one because it's got the blue in there. That really kind of sells it a bit more to me. A very weird thing to sell to me, but it's a good thing. And you can see on here. So I'm guessing this is a sort of staff that he uses to kind of slap people about when fighting. But yeah, I kind of like they've included the short stick and the long stick. I really wanted to add what it looked like holding the weapon. I think it's quite cool. Even when you kind of pose him in any sorts of way, like you can have him hunched over, standing up, whatever. And it looks like it's really menacing, especially when you bring down his mouth and you can see the teeth. Oh, it looks like he could really do some damage. I reckon like in the series he probably just got really beaten really quickly, but I really love the fact that they've added this. So if we just basically quickly just take these off, see how the extra part works. So it's just basically go straight in like so, attaches to the end, attaches to the end, just like so. So you now get kind of more of a, it's a little bit kind of like but it's a nicer thing, like a nicer touch, obviously for a better reach if you wanted to like impale people, like figures, like pretend like set up a scene where he's just like, I have you now, Ultraman, or whoever person you want. But it does kind of add to it. You can pose it a little bit more. So yeah, I'm really kind of glad that they added this in. And there we go, collectors. There is Ultraman Belial. I've got to admit, this is one of the nicer Figuarts I have. It's a very basic one, which I kind of like. But there is a lot of stuff that you can have, that you can pose him. One thing is, I just love his kind of diabolical face, that you can just, I'm going to adjust it. I just feel like it's a really cool way of doing it, especially like the claws. You've got like, just, they're really sharp. Even like, I didn't even notice that when you look at them here, there's like more detail just on the arms. So this is definitely something that you can pose. You can have it in multiple different ways. But this figure is awesome. I wish it had a bit more texture to it. But for what it is, it's absolutely fine. So collectors, I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on this? Would you collect this figure, yes or no? Do you know more about him? Please let me know down below in the comments, as I'd like to read them. If you want to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And as always, collectors, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.